Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to add this cool 3D flipping effect with CSS. I've already written a blog post about it on my website qscoring.space. You can use this for your future reference. I will put the link on the description. So today we are going to build this. This is an image. You can think of it like a card. If I hover over it, it flips in 3 dimensions and it is showing us the back of the image, which is just a text. And also this image or the card is completely responsive if I open up the depth tool. So if I decrease the screen size, you can see the image is also shrinking by maintaining a specific aspect ratio. And if the screen size gets less than 600 pixels, it turns into a square. I will show you how to do this. It is very easy. So if you are interested about today's project, please consider like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more of these project-based videos. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me give you a quick introduction of mine. My name is Sanjan. I'm a full-stack web developer who can develop complex web applications from UI to backend systems. You can watch my work by visiting my portfolio website thatonjan.me, then just go to projects. And here you'll see all of the projects that I have worked on. I'm looking for a new opportunity in a company where I can provide great value with my skills and knowledge. So if you are a recruiter or someone who wants a new team member who can solve problems, can develop real-world application, feel free to contact me. You can reach out to me by email, LinkedIn, or Twitter. All of the links are going to be in the description just for you. Alright, enough of my introduction. Let's get straight into the tutorial. Alright guys, so I have this basic HTML file set up. And also I have a styles.css file linked with HTML. And here is some basic CSS styles for resetting the default styles. We have set min height to 100 view height so that it takes the full screen. And also max width will be 100 view width. Overflow will be hidden so that we don't get any horizontal or vertical scrolling. Then I have set font family to Segoe UI. I'm 100% sure I mispronounced it, but whatever. So the HTML will be very simple. So first of all, we need to create a box. That box will contain the actual card. And inside that box, we need to put a card. That card will actually rotate. The outer box will not rotate. And also that inner card will contain the front element and the back element. So inside the body, let's create a div with class of flipbox. And now we need an inner element. It will have a class of flip box inner. And now we need two elements, front element and the back element. So I will give a class of flip box front. And I will also copy this element. And it will have a class of flip box back. Now inside the flipbox front, I will have an image tag. Source will be 1.webp. The image is inside the directory here. And I don't need alt. And inside the back element, we will have a h1 with no class. And the text will be Taylor Swift. Alright, so here is the image and also the text. And our HTML is done. Let's go to styles.css. Now first of all, I'm going to select the flip box element, the outer box. So flip box. I'm going to set a width to 60 view width. And cursor to pointer. Now let's select the image. Let's set height to 100%, then width to 100%, object fit to cover. And now we need to center the box both horizontally and vertically. So let's go to the body element and let's make display to grid, place items to center. Alright, so it is now at the center. Place items is just a shorthand property for align items and justify items. And now let's select the H1. Let's make font size to 3 rem. Now let's select the flipbox inner element. I'm gonna copy this class name. This element will actually rotate. Let's make position to relative and width to 100% and also height to 100%. Now we need to add a padding top property to give the element a specific aspect ratio. So padding top. Now the padding top value will depend on the aspect ratio that you want. I want the aspect ratio of 9:16, so I'm just gonna give 56.25%. Just divide the height by width and multiply it with 100, and that will give you the actual value that you need to use for padding top value. If you want to learn more in depth about this, I have made an entire video about it on my channel. You can check that out. I'll put the link on the description. And now let's make text align to center. So now let's add the hover effect for the actual rotation. I need to select the flipbox element hover state. So flip box, not inner, hover. And I need to select the flipbox inner element. So flipbox inner. I need to use transform, use the rotate function. And I need to rotate in y-axis by 180 degree. So let's hover over it. You can see it rotates. And we need to add a little bit transition. So transition. We need to animate transform in 0.8 second. And now we have the transition, but you can see it's not having that 3D effect. So to add the 3D effect, just go to the flipbox element here, add a perspective property, perspective. I'm gonna give 1000 pixels. And now let's hover over it. You can see it is now having a 3D effect. Now I have no idea how does this perspective property works. If you want to learn more about perspective property, you can read it from the documentation. And this is the time this type of memes become really true. My code works, but I don't know why. So just learn it from the documentation. But basically, the lower the value is, the weird effect you will get. So let's just remove 2 zeros from here, and you will see the crazy effect. And now if I hover over it, you can see this is a really weird effect. You wouldn't want to have this on your website. So I will revert it back to 1000 pixels. And it looks good. Now I need to move this back element on the back side of the image. So I need to select both of the element, both front and the back element. So flip box, not inner, front, and also the back. So first of all, we need to use absolute positioning. So position, absolute, and top will be 0, left will be 0. Now why am I using position absolute? I want the image and the back element aligned with its parent and have the same height and width. So let's just give it a height of 100% and width of 100%. And now let's select the back element. I'm gonna give a background color of FF6F00, and color will be white. Display will be grid, and align items will be center. And as you can see that we are seeing the back element, but we want to see the front element first. So we just need to rotate this back element in y-axis. So transform, rotate, and again it will be 180 degrees. And you can see that the back element has been rotated in y-axis, but we still cannot see the image. So we need to go to the flipbox inner element and we need to add a transform style property. And we need to add a value called preserve 3D. And now you can see we have the image, and if I hover over it, you can see it is now showing us the back of the image. Okay, so that is looking really good. So our card is almost done. So let's make it a little bit responsive by adding some media queries. I'm just gonna paste the media query code. So this is the media query code. We have set a breakpoint for 600 pixels, and we have set the inner elements padding top value to 100%. 100% because we want aspect ratio of 1:1 because we want a square, and also the flip box will be 90 view width. That's why it is bigger than before. So that's how you add a cool 3D flipping effect with vanilla CSS. It was super easy, right? So that's it for today's video. If the video has been helpful for you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.